Hello, I'm Margaret Funkhauser, the Director of Writing, Film, and Media Arts. Welcome to Black on White, we're so glad you're here. For 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students, the process of Black on White begins in late January. That's when they start reviewing the work that they've developed in classes, and they decide whether to build upon something they've already made or create something new based on the skills and techniques they've already been working on through the year. Then, over the course of the next 2.5 months, they bring that piece along, meeting deadlines, synthesizing peer and faculty feedback, and refining it for an audience. For some, that can be a very linear journey, and for others, it's quite zigzagged, the navigation of which continues to strengthen their work. Our seniors tonight will present teasers and trailers of their senior projects, which will be shown in full in 2 weeks from yesterday, actually, so join us again right here for that. You'll hear a little bit from each student as they introduce their work, but please ask them more after the show how they made it to this moment tonight. I want to thank a few key people. We have Ben Johnson up in the booth. He keeps us very well lit and sounding great, and he would want you to know to mind the exits in the theater and also to silence your cell phones. I want to thank the WFMA faculty, Ronan Noon, Matt Seifert, and Catherine McVetti. Light the way and guide the students, and of course I want to thank the students for their commitment to this journey right here tonight and for sharing their stories with you. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is Solvi Updike. I'm a freshman from Newton, Massachusetts, and tonight I'm going to be presenting a monologue I wrote called I Still Remember. This idea has been something I've been really interested in exploring since my playwriting class in the first semester, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with you all tonight. I hope you enjoy. I don't get it. We used to be so close. Like, secret handshake close, or two halves of those cheap heart necklaces close. Now it's just awkward. I remember the moment that we saw each other in first grade. We smiled our cheeky little kid smiles, the glowing eyes and gap-toothed grin that you can sense from across the room every time a child's wandering gaze lands on you. Like a volcano, erupting waves of unbridled joy, each kid full of enough energy to split between 10 adults. I imagine that that's how it was for us. We had a play date every week on Wednesday, our designated day. I remember how we played zombie tag with an old wig from the costume closet, and we had trouble tournaments, 20 games in a row, because how else were we supposed to know for sure who the champion was? We had every class together in school. We were inseparable. 6th grade, one fight. It wasn't even between us. I just didn't take her side, and that was somehow a huge betrayal, but I hate confrontation. I just couldn't bring myself to tell her why she was wrong. I guess that's something that hasn't changed about me. We don't talk anymore, except for those excruciating passing exchanges. Some people might say that she and I are strangers now, but how can that be? I know her birthday, her favorite color. I know her little sister's name, and that she loves blueberries. I know that she always sleeps in braids. I know what her first pet was. Valentini. It was a hamster. And I remember the day it died, how upset she was. I still run into her dad, who waves and tells me how much he misses having me around, like he was the friend I left behind and not her. And I still have her number. And I know that she still has mine. So why don't I reach out? I guess I just don't want to anymore. She's different now, and so am I. No, strangers isn't right. We can never be strangers again. We just aren't friends. It's like we took a handsaw to a fully grown tree. When we finally cut all the way through it, we watched it fall in between us and direct our paths in different ways. And now we only see each other through the branches. If I'm honest, I don't know how I feel about her, about this, but I do know one thing. We were our true selves when we were friends, but now the halves don't fit. It's like watching through the car window as something that was so large up close becomes the size of a pin the farther and farther away you get. And the bittersweetness of the memories combined with knowing that you'll probably never go back there again. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Caden Crowder. I'm a junior from Marblehead, Mass. This is the prologue to a piece that's been in the works since 2021, generated both in equal parts on the Boston MBTA and a random mountain range out in California. And here I go with photosynthesis of the prologue. 12 years earlier, winter 2035. Get into bed, Marcus. It's time for you to go to sleep. But Mom, I want to stay up later. Archie showed me this really cool thing with his magic and I want to keep trying. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's time to go to bed. But look it, if I hold my hands out like this, get into bed now, do not talk back to me. Oh, okay. All right, now that you're in bed, I'm going to tell you a story. Are you ready? Yeah. In autumn of 2023, the world vanished before my eyes. It started with the wail of sirens echoing out of every speaker and was immediately followed up with a Category 6 storm warning, something which had never occurred in my memory or even my parents'. I barely had time to react before the skies grew black with heavy, violent clouds, their undersides roiling and crackling with lightning. The clouds let loose their deadly discharge. Enormous thunderbolts devastated the surface of North America. Forests and grasslands were burnt to a crisp. Wooden houses were incinerated into piles of charred planks. Flakes of smoldering ash fluttered from the sky like snow if snow came from hell. My neighbor, who also managed to survive the first part of these shatterings, described it as something biblical, as if God himself had come down and decided to start the rapture a little bit early. Who's God? What's the rapture? If only I had a Bible, I would show you and your sister, Marcus. Now would you please let me finish the story? Oh, okay, Mommy. Then, the clouds touched their feet to the continent's surface in the form of massive, violent tornadoes and tangoed across the fields and mountains for 2 full months. The tornadoes ripped up any remnant of the old days that was still standing and sent it flying around their rapidly rotating cores. They shredded the shining skyscrapers to the ground, leaving them as nothing but twisted spires of metal. They sucked up all the sand and dust from the continent's deserts and coasts and spread it across the scorched fields and forests. Buildings were buried in sand dunes, preventing any chance of society from ever regrowing. And you have it lucky. This is probably the safest of the continents. Sandstorms sound good compared to infinite darkness, twisting jungles, burning fires, and endless floods, right? I think so, Mom. Then the magic came. You know I don't like to talk about the magic. But then it came then, didn't it? It came with the shatterings, Maxie told me. Yes. And then it saved us all, Maxie said. He said the only reason we're all still alive is because of magic. I guess it did. But Marcus, listen very, very closely. Magic is very dangerous. It came with the shatterings, and the shatterings changed people. There are people who abuse their power, Marcus. People who use their magic to kill. Promise me you'll be very, very careful with yours. Promise me you won't turn out like them. I promise, Mom. Good. Now sleep well, Marcus. We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow. Have a good night. I love you. I love you too, Mom. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ginger Biederman, and I'm a freshman from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts. Tonight, I'm going to present a poem called The Death of Readiness. For you, I lay on valentine pink silk, wrinkled peony sheets under my posingly complacent figure. I lay, pale, naked, and bird-like, let you cleave the apples of my cheeks, pull my cheekbone out from muscle and tissue, masticate my skeleton and leave me, breathless, flushed and raw, red with laudation, pink lady stained salivation, threatens to slip out of our lips. Locked, wrists constrained by hand over neck beneath man. Linden and ardent I lay, peel my ribcage open with proclivity-tainted fingertips. See my heart, beating the abode of a consecrated girl, bleeding into chest and lung. Isn't it pretty, lovely and resplendent, alluringly lucent, in this satin-petaled incandescence? For you, it stays, pure and sensual, unveiled by pressure of thumb and index. I tell you, I allow you, your lustful mouth and prodding tongue, to consume this gift of fidelity, viciously, immoraliously, because beyond any innocent kiss, this is what you want. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shane Cardarelli. I'm a sophomore from Boxford, Massachusetts, and today I'm going to be presenting a short scene I started writing around the beginning of spring, riding off the coattails of my playwriting class, which ended in the fall. Without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to The Businessman.
Stanley Lockinson, owner of the #1 online shopping site and the world's very first trillionaire. What an honor it is to be with you here tonight.
Oh, the honor is mine. I hope you haven't been waiting too long. I hate to listen to you. I'd go so far as to say that every stage of my life has been punctuated by an interview. From my humble beginnings as a budding blue-collar worker to the CEO of Lockinson Co. Suffice to say, I caught on quick. What questions do you have for me today?
To start, what is your secret to success?
What an excellent question. It is imperative for good work ethic that you maintain a good morning routine. I start every morning at 4:30 a.m. with a cold shower, followed by skincare, toothbrushing, 30 minutes of exercise, and after that's done, I get dressed and head off to work. It's important to keep yourself busy. Too much rest can rot the mind.
You mentioned earlier that you caught on quick in the corporate world. Would you mind elaborating on that?
Not at all. The corporate world demands resilience, demands flexibility, demands adaptation. I never found adaptation to be difficult at all. For example, in my first couple of interviews, my employers were clearly looking for a very specific type of person. I wasn't that person, but to suit the situation, I could become that person.
And what does becoming that person entail?
Well, I'm not saying I would completely change my personality, no. But if I put on the right mask, it might look like I have.
I see. And how did that go?
Well, once my employers saw my work, they soon realized I wasn't the person they were looking for. I was better. I'm sure a beautiful journalist like yourself is familiar with that skill.
There have been numerous allegations about poor workplace conditions at Lockinson Co. and its subsidiaries. Is there anything you'd like to say to your detractors?
Lockinson Co. has always done its best to foster healthy and caring environments within the workplace. We have taken many steps to ensure that our workers have ample access to recreational activities and break times.
I've read several reports from disgruntled employees who had to pee in bottles due to low bathroom break times. Do you have a response?
Lockinson Co. denies any claims of poor or inadequate bathroom services at our facilities.
Earlier you said, and I quote, "Too much rest had crossed my mind." Does that statement reflect the great policy of Lockinson Co.?
That statement was made in an entirely different context.
You've expressed support in the past for left-wing peace movements. Would you mind talking about that?
I would love to. War is a senseless conflict with no regard for the value of human life. I made sure that my career reflects the best ethical values of our world.
Is funding UAE mercenaries who kill innocent Yemen citizens one of those ethical values?
You think you can play games with me? I can play games. Genesalia, private reporter for the paper cartographer. You think I don't know you? One phone call to your superiors, who I know personally, is all I need to blow you out of the business for good. I am a businessman. I have a business to run. I made sacrifices for my business, yes, often at the expense of my workers, or civilians, or even traumatized soldiers. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. If you want to get far in life, you can't be worried about the mongrels that sit beneath you.
Thank you for your time, Stanley Lawrence.
Hello, and we are the WFMA seniors. In the past year, we have proposed and developed our own senior project, which will be presented at our senior show. Today, we're here for some teasers. My name is Kia An, and for my senior project, I wanted to experiment with things that I've never done before. I made so many mistakes and learned so many lessons, and I felt like a freshman again. So it was only fitting to call my senior project my freshman project. In it, I hope you find the joy, the struggle, and the magic of beginning again. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Edwina, and my senior project is a collection of 12 poems and Chinese landscape paintings centered around the concept of home. In this project, I explore the concept through the lenses of culture, nature, identity, and myth, and ultimately seek an answer to the question of where home is. Thank you. I hope you enjoy my work.
Hi, my name is Georgia Kirschenbaum. My senior project is a poetry journal I made called Our Golden Treasury. My inspiration came from my two great-grandmothers, Rose and Pauline, who also wrote and cataloged their own poetry spanning back to 1925. I will not only be presenting my poetry journal, but Pauline's poetry journal from 1925, as well as some of Rose's writings too. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Sasha Owen. For my senior project, I wanted to do something that I usually hate doing, to write about myself. I've always used writing as a way to escape myself, but it disconnected me from my art. In my project, I explore everything I felt this year, mapping a trajectory from September to literally this morning. From fear of the past, present, and future, to love and hate, to contemplation and impulsive mistakes, I hope you get to know me a little bit better through autofiction. Thank you.
What's up, homies? My name is Remy Urbano, and throughout the past year of Senior Studio, I have worked on the continuation and actualization of the project I spoke about during last year's Black on White performance, which was titled 2148. Since then, I've developed a fully functional game, complete with local multiplayer and a built-in arcade machine for the game to be played on. I'm beyond excited for the opportunity to share this project with you all and want to extend my sincerest gratitude to the WFMA program and to everyone else who's shown me support along the way. Thank you all.
Hello, I'm Teddy Bailey. My senior project was a romance film, but with this romance film, I really wanted to invoke a different emotion than traditional romance films. And I wanted to focus on the bittersweet aspects, but swap sweet for sour.
Hello, my name is Lisa Crest, and when people ask me what my senior project is all about, well, I just usually say, basically, it's a documentary that encapsulates my soul. Yeah, very ambitious. It's a 45-minute cinematic memoir that consists out of 6 episodes that really summarize who I was, who I am, and who I aspire to become. It is also a film that my family is finally going to understand because it is half in Russian, which is my native language, and so get ready to read some subtitles. And at the senior show, I'm going to be presenting 6-minute clip out of it, but there's also going to be a screening of the entire film later the week of senior show. So I can't wait to see you at both events.
Hi everyone, my name is Mimi Tran, and for my senior projects, I have 2 things I will be presenting. The first and main portion of my senior project is a screenplay I wrote called Piss Yellow. It's a comedy drama about a first-generation Asian American trying to balance the different cultures surrounding him, and I will be sharing the full screenplay as well as the first scene filmed as a teaser. The second part of my senior project was a photo shoot that was open to any WFMA senior to participate in. These portraits aim to not only showcase each other, but also a theme, idea, or metaphor that relates to them. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, my name is Sebastian Kapoor, and I created the costumes for the characters in my screenplay called Rootless. I made 3 full costumes as well as jewelry, props, and a pair of wearable 16-foot wings. 3 actors will be modeling the costumes, and after the show, you will be able to interact with them as their characters. Our senior show, exhibiting all of our year's work, will be on Wednesday, May 3rd at 5 p.m. right here in Delbridge. We hope you enjoy the trailers to our work. Thank you very much.
Let me tell you the story about our trip to America. It wasn't easy.
No, I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a toast. 'Cause I found someone to carry me home.
Hello, my name is Remy, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my project, which is currently titled 2140.
trying to get this one screw out of here.
Hello.
Hi, guess what?
What?
I finished the arcade machine.
Cool. So you're done with your senior project?
No.
Oh.
Do you see this red apple glossed over in space? Go on and give it a taste.
Good, right? Everything you thought it'd be? I bet. How about this? You ever had an orange? Well, how about that? Want to give it a try? Take a bite. What? You don't like it? No, I'm kidding. Of course you don't. What you just tasted. What if we could give that to an audience?
Всем привет! Всем привет, с вами Лиза Крест. Всем привет, и с вами Лиза.
Because I'm a senior now, and it's interesting. I never find city life very routine. For me, that's everything I, only know.
I won't ask a question, I'll say the truth. It's everything I know and all I do. Makes people better off, they're just like you. But no one is someone until I tell them who.
My name is Daniela, and I'm a sophomore from Belmont, Massachusetts, and my title
My project is titled Head in the Ceiling Fan, and it's an installation that you can find in the lobby. This inspiration came from a photo I took this summer when I went back to Italy. I captured my time there on a half-frame film camera, and this photo came out just kind of exactly how I wanted. It was taken in 2 different locations, but on the same exposure, if that makes sense. So this inspired a story, which inspired a poem, and then I wanted to animate it for fun, and that is what you will find in the lobby. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Angelina Musso from New York City.
I'm Jamie So, and I'm from Seoul, South Korea.
We're excited to share our newest volume of Serendipity with all of you here today. This issue of our magazine explores the influence of the media and how we as teenagers perceive it. The emphasis is on the visuals rather than the language, therefore there is minimal text. We highly recommend viewing the printed copies that can be found in the lobby. So last year, many people asked if we were selling our first issue of Serendipity, but we felt as if there was no point in doing so. However, this year, our decision was based on our project's purpose and the realization that not all children have access to professional help, especially in education and health. We will donate all the earnings from our magazine to Horizons for Homeless Children in Massachusetts. We want to show our support and help those in need. So more details of this are provided in our magazine on the back, so please make sure to check it out.
Good evening, my name is Tigger Chow. I am a junior from Beijing, China. The piece I am presenting is titled Jade of the Night. It is a mixed media installation located outside in the lobby. The inspiration for this piece came from my experiences growing up in China, especially from watching television programs and attending karaoke nights as a kid, where my mother and her friends would gather around a television screen and sing to music videos from the 80s and the 90s. The project is based on a screenplay I had written for Ronan's screenwriting class. It follows the story of 2 teenagers determined to travel to New York City, only to find out that dreams don't always come true. Their story is shown on a CRT TV in the center of the piece, and the setup of the installation is supposed to mimic a motel room. A short trailer will be projected soon, and there will be some flashing lights in the trailer, just for a heads up. And I hope you will come see my piece after the show. Thank you so much.
在这个充满浪漫和激情的世界里，我们总是希望能够拥有一些独特的方式来表达我们的感情。选择一支香烟，让它缓缓地在嘴里舒展开来，与您的爱人一同分享这美妙的时光，品尝那独特的香气，享受彼此之间的温度和默契。无论是相遇还是分别，一支好的香烟都能成为。
我第一次见到他时，那天阳光很大，他变成了一道影子。我就那样注视着他看了一整节课。后来，他跟我说，我鼻子上的痣很可爱。他爱我的眼睛，爱我睡觉时散落在他胸口的头发。有天晚上，他又一次喝得烂醉，来到我的窗前，说他等不及了，现在就要离开。他问我要不要和他一起走，我说
Flickered are memories, whole
pure, going by like the trains and railway stations. And through the windows, oh, what a world to see. My beautiful soulless scarred, for could such beauty avail, I wouldn't wait even a second. These are memories that are built within us, that live within us. And that's the most beautiful thing about this world. For here I stand, daffodils in hand, crowned crest, the view to see. Amazing places, and what wonder! I'm here, yet still a child, but oh, what a gift! What a gift to be here. 'Cause even though sometimes I cry, it's the sadness and beauty of grief. For grief is a beautiful catharsis that shapes our lives. All despair and hope and happiness. It's the beauty after the storm clears and the clouds peel away, and we can look out and see the sun still here. It's still shining. It's the beauty in the ever-graceful collapse of our systems, our souls, for what is more a soul to be than a warehouse? We are born, we live here, we learn, store, nary a second thought, our lifetime's building. For it's our soul that makes us beautiful, our scars we learn to bandage. So live, care to learn, and love and laugh, for we heal. And I find that it's so important to us through daily life that we live. And I don't mean what we do every day, our routines that shape our beings to who we are, what we like and do. I mean, we live our existence by loving living, and we are here to live.
Ceremony. My bare ache pressed into the mat, a slight depression in its smooth surface, as I raised the rough, crumple containing me. A tear blocked the printed words. It filled our vision with a refracted clear facade that the room shared. Thank the 4 new black belts kneeling in front for consistency. Many spectators share an even emotion that takes place. As the facade is wiped away, the tear with fatigue, and a sweaty hand, I began. Speech seems to speed up time. Humor is the only break from this disorienting sensation. Respect is a silent audience. Difficult. Even so, I try. I pause, often, around little dragons. I remember my brother spoke there as well, when he was not supposed to, especially when we were not supposed to. Reticence. In the distant singing sun, windy pine stands for the bare sky. The same frost listens, the same cold consciousness, only partially itself, strung by glittering time strings. Garden. I sit in the grass, many blades forming a place, as the voice urges of a building energy, of my ability to release it and its abilities to assist me, despite the painful heat, and I barely believe, but here I sit. Desk, where I sat, comfortable, like a cool cushion of escape, from afar yet close, and the voice instructs to control the meditative space, and to bring about a calm in the midst of stress generated from peace. The voice is omniscient where I must be. Hypnosis. I sit where I sat, in the grass, comfortable, many blades like a cool cushion, forming a place of escape, as the voice urges from afar yet close, of a building energy, and the voice instructs of my ability to release it and to control the meditative space and its abilities, to bring about a calm, to assist me in the midst of stress, despite the painful heat generated from peace. And I barely believe, but the voice is omniscient. Here I sit, where I must be.
This is the story of a young girl named Emma. Emma has had a reputation of being one of the most attentive students at her middle school. Oh, Emma. Emma? Emma?
Emma! What have I said about paying attention? Your friend Andrew here was just giving a very informative presentation on... what was it? Vampire spiders. And you weren't even paying attention to a thing he said.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just try to pay more attention next time. Continue.
The vampire spider is known for its signature red dot on the bottom of its abdomen and a shocking similarity.
That was a wonderful presentation, Amelia. Just wonderful.
Thank you, Mr. Dobbs.
Well, it's my treat to foster a new group of young scientists. Speaking of which, your assignment this weekend. Yes, you have homework this weekend. Quiet down. Your assignment is to capture a bug and bring it in on Monday for show and tell. And remember, pay attention, jot down everything. Especially you, Emma.
Got it.
Hi there. I'm Emma. Hey, do you want to come home with me?
Susan, you didn't have to get me these.
I don't think you're ready to go out there yet. All those people, they don't even give a fuck about who you are, Rhoda.
It's a great opportunity for me.
You know I care about you.
I can't give it up again, Susan. Enough about me. How have you been? I missed you.
Surviving. Watching you on TV, worrying.
You don't have to worry about me. I'll be fine.
Yeah. I guess it's all a matter of time.
I'll prove you wrong. Wait and see.
Hello?
Why did you do this to me, Susan? I trusted you. Everything okay?
Hey. I know you. I'm sorry for calling you this late. You're probably asleep. This is gonna be a shitty thing to wake up to. I know it's been a while since you've heard from me. I'm doing just fine on my own. I really wanted to call you back. I've been meaning to call you back. But I couldn't. I don't even remember how many weeks it's been. I guess that doesn't matter anymore. Because you're never gonna see me again. And you have to understand, I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to be alone. But you gave me no choice. I just needed help. I wanted better for us. And it worked. And it felt so good. I ignored everything you ever told me. You were right. You were right. You were right. I just really wish you'd answer the phone, Mom. I just wanted to hear your voice one last time.
Hey, Adam, right?
Should I know you?
I think so. Josh. We met when I was moving in.
Ah, the new kid.
Yeah, but I'm not so new anymore.
Yeah, you'll stop being new when you stop talking to strangers in the elevator.
What's going on?
Here we go again.
Hey guys, we'll get this sorted out soon.
What does that mean? How long is this gonna take?
Don't worry, kid. This happens all the time. Your laundry can wait. I'm the one missing my own retirement party.
So, what'd you do for work?
Physics teacher.
Congrats! I mean, don't you want to make it to your party?
No, I'd much rather be stuck in this elevator with you. I guess I don't feel like celebrating. It doesn't feel like my time is at an end.
But you're at a new beginning. I mean, doesn't it feel good to be free? I've realized that I'm now at an age where I have to get serious.
How do you know that?
Suddenly, I have to buy a tie for my best friend's wedding. The same best friend who in the 5th grade jumped off the swings, broke his wrists, and then had the nerve to blame it on a shark attack. Kid's insane.
It's not like one day we wake up and look in the mirror and decide to grow up. It just happens, and we don't even realize it.
I think it happens when we're sleeping.
Or in an elevator.
Well, see you around.
Yeah, okay. And don't buy a tie. You can always borrow one of mine.
See you around.
Yeah.
I gotta Hey, Adam, right?
Should I know?